Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the R&R Show. We are live right here on the LDM Network, and tonight we have a great show. Marlon Knight is in the house, Miss Ethel's in the house, and of course, the BWF All-Stars are in the house. We're going to be here talking about all kinds of things, with all current events. We're going to be talking about your mama. We're going to talk about your daddy. We're going to talk about everybody. And first of all, I want to give a shout out to the LDM show, who was on from 6 to 8 p.m. earlier today. They had a bunch of great guests, great music and everything. We are here. Cinco de Mayo is coming up Saturday. Of course, I'm wearing my BWF shirt because I represent the company as half of the World Tag Team Champions. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's been logging on, all the guests who have been sending me messages about coming on to the show. I look forward to working with you guys. We're going to have a great time. First of all, thank you for everybody who's been logging in, everybody who's been supporting LDM Network. I got to give a shout out to my little brother, Mr. Will, from Will's Review, who is kicking ass, doing everything he is supposed to do. Okay? This is the way we do it. This is how we have fun. It doesn't get any better than this, because this is Raw is Ready. And when we come back, Mr. Marlon Knight will be in the house, and we got a lot of shit to talk about. So get ready to rock and roll. It's Raw is Ready, and here we go.
It makes you want to roll time every single day. When I was a kid, for millions and even exist. The meaning of this money was the rich. Now I got bigger crowds, bigger dreams. Come through to have the whole block. My killer team is telling me to take it, and it's the only thing you drink is right. Do me a favor, tell me what boys are being praised. I'm trying to leave them all without a break. What can I say? Tell Jay, I'm looking at Trey, cause I'm trying to go saying that I'm a beyond. We got a question, just keep on. Eventually you'll see on, don't sleep on. I'm much closer, I'm unscared. They acting like I'm know what I can. I was molded by the things that I've been. Never let somebody yell at someone official. I came from nothing, never hang. I had a hand in nothing. I'm eating up the stove. I had to sleep with my phone. Meaning being broke is a joke. I had to fill my hunger with I'm here to rap for my never got to make it out of the mud. It's being clean, it's something we never judged. Got deep runs, sticking blood, and tell me it's not a game instead of club. It's a different city, a different scene.
No worries, girl. No doubt. I don't ever gotta check my bank account. All I need is down for the call. She just wanna live a life and not worry about the flaws, but she gotta be someone that I could have been. She don't be up on the dumb shit. Ain't got no time for me. She's so skinny. I don't know. She like the shadow.
Until her body I go hold, make it so hot that shorty's gonna lose control. I'll got the right spot and have you moaning and stop and treat it like a glass of wine and drink it till the last drop. Tasting yummy, nice and sweet, honey. Now let me massage your leg as you're laying down on your tummy. I'll make you breakfast your body as your body I explore. Have you in every position from the bed to the floor, from the table to the chair. Bend on your head, pull your hair, body that
check my bank account. All I need is down for the count. She just wanna live a life where we not worry about the flaws, but she gotta be someone that I can't have to prove with. And she only up on the dumb shit. Ain't got no time for me. She's so exclusive. I don't think you see us like a spider when she kills me.
I need a good chick, type of me down, hold me down. Unloyal girl that won't shit on me or sleep around. And she don't care about my money cause she has her own. She's a boss bitch, a queen that sits upon the throne. And she got way more to offer than just a bad body. She's a lady with class, but in the bed she's naughty and independent shorty. She go hard for her nigga. She got beauty and brains and one hell of a figure. I call her range and she copy her Bobby. If I want fun with the fellas, she'll never stop me. Gotta see her, these other chicks wanna be her. And all these thirsty niggas will do anything to be near her. I guess I'm lucky, cause I'm chosen. She's always by my side, rocking out at my shows. She's a winner, and I intend to keep her. I've been in love before, but these feelings are much deeper.
Worry scale, no doubt. I don't never gotta check my bank account. All I need is down for the count. She just wanna live a life where we not worry about the flaws, but she gotta be someone that I can't have to prove with. And she don't be up on the dumb shit. Ain't got no time for me. She's so exclusive. I don't think you see us like a spider when she kills with the touch. Check my bank account. All I need is down for the count. She just wanna live a life where we not worry about the flaws, but she gotta be a good chick. Someone that I can't act a fool with. And she don't be up on the dumb shit. Ain't got no time for me. She's so exclusive. I don't think you see us like a spider when she kills with the touch. She's a good chick.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the R&R Show. We are back. We are live. And, of course, I got my very special guest, Mr. Marlon Knight, all the way from B-Town.
Yeah.
Representing. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problems. I know it's been a long ride. You know, it's good to have a Boston Red Sox guy with the New York Yankee guy sitting down in harmony, doing our thing. First of all, thank you so much for taking the long trip.
Definitely.
And showing your dedication to your invite. That's to me, brother, I take that very personally. Thank you so much and everything. Now let's get started. Mr. Marlon Knight.
Yeah.
First off, where you came from, how you got started. Let's start from the beginning. You're doing hip hop.
Yeah.
You've been here for a few hours. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's dedicated. Been here for a few hours, hanging out with us and everything, listening to the music. I noticed you're not just a hip hop type of guy.
Right.
You listen to all types of music. We were talking back then, and you were mentioning certain songs and certain genres and everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's start from the beginning. I mean, like, what made you get into this business?
Well, like basically back in the day, when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, I used to do a lot of battle rap. You know what I mean? Like, I was real big in the whole battle rap scene. I was chilling around. I used to chill around like Boston Road, Balk Ave, Corsa, Seymour, and back then, you know, the battle rap scene was really big. You know what I'm saying? It was mainly big for like dudes that used to just watch like the Smack DVDs and all that stuff. But before that, you know, we used to be battling after school. You know, I used to listen to dudes like you know, Big L. You know, I used to listen to all these dudes, and I was kind of like the guy that, you know, my mans would be like, yo, this dude could spit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, after school, you know what I mean, other dudes would come from other schools, other places, and be like, yo, I want to challenge the best dude on the block. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they would hit me up like, you know, this dude could spit. He's the best one we got. I was kind of like the secret weapon.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So they would hit me up, and then I would be battling dudes, and, you know, that's how it all got started. You know, I realized I had a thing for it. I could come up with the words in my head and everything, so it was pretty simple. It was self-explanatory for me, you know what I mean?
Okay. Now, you know, you and I were talking in the background, and like I said, you're a young man and everything, and you and I were talking about old school hip hop.
Yeah.
And before the Biggie Smalls era, before the Tupac era, we were talking about other artists, and you knew about them.
Yeah.
How hard is it now in the game that you got a lot of these young cats that don't realize that there's other hip hop artists beyond Biggie, beyond Tupac?
I mean, it's kind of difficult, you know, like to try to like mix in the old with the new, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still trying to like appeal to like the old heads, but I'm also trying to catch the attention of the new artists. You know what I'm saying? So trying to incorporate that with today's music is difficult. But, you know, because I like back in the days, like Bone Thugs and Harmony was a big thing for me. Right. That was like my biggest group, like number one group that I would listen to all the time.
Another iconic group.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Busy Bone was like my favorite one out of all of them. And I kind of feel like Busy had that kind of flow that could go on anything. Right. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Busy was one of them dudes that if you put on a beat, whatever it was, he can go on it, and it don't matter where you from, what generation you from, you're going to feel this. Right. You know, so I kind of incorporated that into my music on top of like dudes with like Fab and everything, and I feel like you just got to say something that the people could feel, and once they could feel it, and if they're relating to it, it's easy for them to just click with it, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Now, what I mean by that also is like, you know, music is like wrestling. You're an artist, you're performing. And like I said, it amazed me that you knew so many of the guys beyond Tupac and Biggie, because to me, it's like you're studying. You're studying the masters, the guys who paved the way for you and myself, mine in wrestling and yours in music, where we can be like, wow, someone, like you even said, I was listening to a track, I couldn't believe so-and-so said this back in 87.
Yeah, it's crazy because like now, you know, as a grown-up, you know, like I said, you know, I'm listening to music today, and I'm just now catching on to certain things dudes used to say, you know, back in the day. Like, I'm just listening, you know, I was listening to Biggie, and, you know, when Biggie's like, yo, I got a 55-inch TV. Now it's like dudes are just now getting 55-inch TVs. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you ain't even know about how big TVs were back then. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's crazy, like, you know, and it's I feel like stuff like that, you know, you could put in the archives, and 10 years later, you could get it, and you'll still be like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe this was going on 10, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, you're a student of the game, because talking with you before the show, you know, I like to get a feel of the guests who are coming, and I can tell you're very knowledgeable, not only of hip hop, but I noticed you're also knowledgeable of other types of genre music. What other type of genre music do you like looking at or studying to say, you know what, I can do something with this?
You know, I'm a big rock fan. I love rock music. I feel like rock today isn't as crazy as it was back then. And, you know, shout outs to Linkin Park, because Linkin Park was like my favorite rock group, you know.
Okay.
R.I.P. to the lead singer, you know, because he passed away recently this year.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, so I used to listen to Linkin Park. I listened to Maroon 5, Blink 182. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Yellow Card. You know what I mean? So I used to listen to that kind of music, and I feel like, you know, that music is like something that I could incorporate into my music too as well. You know, their flow and everything they do, they speak from the heart. You know, so they talk a lot of real. So, and it's expressive. You know.
And you know what's funny is that when you get hip hop guys, and I'm not knocking anybody out the park.
Yeah.
When you get a lot of hip hop guys, you get a lot of hip hop guys that just listen to R&B.
Right.
You know, or the tracks that their parents used to play when they were cleaning the house. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you said rock, listen, I'm a big rock fan myself.
Yeah,
hey, listen, I had back in the day, I had Motley Crue on my wall, Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne, Lita Ford. I had all these people on, and people used to be like, well, you listen to heavy metal? I was like, yo, sometimes I was into the dun 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 because it's fighting music.
Right, yeah.
But have you ever listened to some of their ballads?
Yeah,
some of their ballads were off. If I close my eyes forever, would everything remain the same?
Right.
Nobody's ever come up with a ballad like that.
Right, yeah, it's crazy. And not just rock too, like, you know, I was big with R&B. You know, I used to listen to R&B a lot. Like, I love Lauryn Hill. You know, Lauryn Hill.
Of course, she's one of the icons.
She could sing, she could rap. You know, she could do anything. You know, LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Like
the first rapper to make a love song.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I
like
Need Love.
Dudes like that. You know, so stuff like that. I feel like you can't just listen to one type of music because then you're not gonna learn nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to branch out and kind of say, okay, open your mind to different ideas and different kind of vocals and understand that these people are talking from experience. You know, these people are talking from the heart, and you got to take what they're saying and you got to apply that to what you're saying, because if you ain't talking real, ain't nobody going to feel it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Now, you got into the game and you studied it. Of course, by listening to where you're talking, you studied the game.
Right.
You got into the game and everything, you studied it, and you started to see the different, the pros and the cons of the business.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What is your, like, in your, I know you got family support. Of course.
Right, yeah.
Everybody's got to have the family support. What feeds you inside for you to keep doing what you're doing?
My kids, man. My kids, definitely.
You want to give a shout out to your kids, man?
Hey, man, shout out to my kids. You know, shout out to my 2 daughters. They out in Boston right now, Sora, Sakura. Shout out to my son. He only 1 right now. He ain't gonna understand, but
he'll watch it. He'll watch it down the road when he gets bigger.
Little Giovanni, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the kids is like real important. Like I feel like, you know, the kids is what drives me to make the music. You know, the kids is what drive me to succeed, because every time I look at them, all I could see is, you know, somebody that looks up to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to disappoint, you know, my kids. I want to make them proud. A couple years later, they're going to say, hey, look, daddy did this, daddy did that, and that's what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know what? The kids are the best part of your history.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You want to make history with them, not his story.
Right,
You understand what I'm saying? So you get into hip-hop, your kids influence you. How, like I said, you're a fan of, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Biggie.
Yeah.
You're also a rock fan. How do you think, and this is the question I ask all hip-hop artists, how do you think the music now evolved? Is it getting better or is it getting worse?
You know, music is all about, you know, evolution. You know, throughout the years, I've seen music evolve crazy. Like, I've seen music from KRS-One, you know, evolve into, like, you know, the Jay-Z's and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's always going to keep evolving. I don't necessarily knock anybody for what they do today. I mean, you young, you black, make your money. That's how I see it. You know, I'm not going to knock anybody's hustle. I feel like today what we're missing is a lot of, I feel like today what we're missing is the message in music.
Right.
You know, I feel like the message is kind of like at a standstill. It's at a still point where it's only basically talking about one thing, and it's only kind of dumbing down our generation. I feel like we need more music right now to kind of educate the kids, you know, educate people to listen to it. You know what I mean? I don't think the music that we have today is really saying much, but I do feel, I do understand that, you know, it is a money-making business, and at the end of the day, it's all about what sells, you know, so you can't knock anybody's hustle.
Okay, I understand that, okay, you know, because it's like what people choose to listen to. Like, when I was growing up, I listened to certain music. My parents didn't agree with it, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But it's a process that goes down, because I know my parents listened to music their parents didn't like, you know.
Right.
But as they got older, they appreciated their parents' music. As I got older, I appreciated my parents' music.
Right, yeah,
as my kids got older, they appreciated some of the music I was listening. Some of it. I can't say all of it. But it's like you said, not a lot of songs out there are coming up with a message. A lot of it is jib jab.
Well, today, you know, it's all about what can make you dance. You know, it's all about what can make you catch a vibe. It's not really what's gonna make you think, what's gonna educate your mind and expand your horizon. You know what I mean? And like I said, at the end of the day, it's all a money-making business. You know, people is all about the business. So it's not really about what it could teach you. It's more about how you can get in the club, how you could turn up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's all about. I mean, if you want my personal opinion, I don't really listen to a lot of these new artists today, but I do kind of have to listen to them in order to understand where music is heading.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, you're in the studio. You know, I want people to know what it takes to make music. It takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're never satisfied with what you put out. You can come up with something that you be like, okay, this is it. This is the way I want it.
Right.
And then you listen to it somewhere with somebody else's ears. That's what I say. That's when you be like, oh, damn, I should have done this. For the next one. So you're always trying to outdo the one prior. How stressful is that for you?
I mean, it's very stressful. I mean, I'm very comfortable with music today. I'm still learning, though. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like you got to kind of break out that shell of being, you know, embarrassed. You got to kind of want people to hear what you got to say. You know, a lot of people, the reason they don't do certain things is because they're afraid of the criticism. You know, they're afraid of what people are going to say. They're afraid of what people are going to think. I realized that once I broke past that shell and worrying about what somebody's going to think of me, at the end of the day, I know I'm a good dude. And I take care of my kids. I do what I got to do. I work hard every day.
Hey, listen, you're grinding because you drove all the way from Boston to do this interview.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of people would be like, well, can I call in?
Yeah.
You know, can I call in instead?
Like, you know, even a change in image, you know, when people see you change your image, they question you. They be like, oh, this guy, he's crazy for doing this. He's crazy for doing that. But they don't know you personally. They just know what they see, so they judge you automatically. You know what I'm saying? But once you get past that, oh, this person's going to think this, they're going to think that of me. Once you get past that shell and you break out of that, then I feel like you can be more open in what you say in your music, and it's easier to write, you know. For me, when I write a song, once I get that first line done, everything else is finished. Like I'm already, basically, I already have the song in my head. I already know what I'm going to do. I just need to get past that first line because it's just like writing a book. You know, the first line expresses, it tells what the person is about to hear. You know, that first thought in your head is basically like a synopsis of a book. You know, it's like a brief summary of what you're about to listen to. So once you get past that, everything flows smooth.
All right, now, before you're going to introduce your track that you sent us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Before we introduce that track, there's one thing I want to ask you. Kanye West, what the hell is going on with this guy?
Hey, man, Kanye, if you out there, man, I hope you get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope.
Because this ain't him, man.
Nah, this ain't. You know, somebody was asking me, like I said, you know, somebody was asking me the other day, like, yo, why people keep calling Kanye a genius? You know, why? I don't understand. What did he do? What did he do? And I had to play, like, his first album, you know, College Dropout, where he did the workout plan, when he was like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and get them sit-ups, right? The whole album was like immaculate. He had an immaculate album. The production, he had Bernie Mac on the intro. He had Bernie Mac on some skits. Everything was just very well choreographed and written so well. This is why Kanye is the way, you know, the man he is today. This is why he's so big on that plateau. But I feel like as an artist in his stature, you know, to be so big in the game like that, he has a voice and people are going to listen to him. You know what I mean? So he has to articulate his words wisely. And if he doesn't know what he's talking about, he shouldn't say it. I mean, he's giving his opinion about things and people are going crazy. You know, and his opinion might not be what everybody agrees with, but I just feel like right now Kanye just needs to focus on his music because what he's saying is not the Kanye we know from back in College Dropout.
Exactly. Now, would you like to introduce this track you sent us?
Yeah, man. So this track I sent y'all is my first single, you know what I'm saying? It's called Sunken Place, you know what I mean? And Sunken Place, I did this song in Boston, Massachusetts. First, I did the original draft of the song here in the Bronx, you know what I mean? But I just did it on like a laptop, you know, me and my boys was just messing around. But the song got real good feedback, you know, it got real good comments. People was really feeling it, so I went to a studio in Boston, Massachusetts, Surefire Studio. Shout out to Surefire Studio, Boston, Massachusetts, and we did it official. So this is called Sunken Place, and you're gonna hear it live on LDM Network.
Sunken Place on the R&R show, Raw and Ready on the LDM Network. We'll be right back after this.
Yep. same girl for 2 years. I know she living with her man, the shit was all, but then it got weird. She told me that she want me and she want me. Should've known shit is coming, but damn, I'm so stubborn. So explains why you slaves, my number is boy wonder. Why you plan to leave your man just because me is more fun. That's like having a thunder buddy with no thunder. He put you in that fireplace with no lumber. He put you through college and helped you attain knowledge. And all I got for you was something that's more. He talking longevity versus my wordplay. He down for life, I'm down for Thursday. You put in your heart first, you're not using your head. You can't throw it cause I'm better. Don't you let it go to waste. Your man. I'm not the one for you. I can't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Marlon Knight.
Yeah. Officially known as RL Nesquick, RLNESSQUIK, no C.
All right, now, before we go, I just got something in my hand that's very interesting. Not only is he a hip-hop artist, he's also an author.
Yeah.
A novel written by Mr. Marlon A. Knight, Siblings of No Relation. The name alone is hot.
Thank you.
I know you explained to me why you wrote this book. Yeah. Do you feel free? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so basically, I wrote this book. This was something that I always wanted to do as a kid. You know, when I was writing music, I felt like there was so much that I had to offer when it comes to like literature, just writing in general. I felt like I could take things further than just music. So basically what happened is one day my man, he worked in Apple. Shout out to T-Sean. He gave me a MacBook. You know what I'm saying? And I had the MacBook, and I was just writing one day, and I was just writing about my thoughts and my life, and I was dating a girl at the time, you know. I said, yo, what you think about this? And she saw it, and she was like, you know, you could turn this into a story. And I was just like, you know, I might just do that. You know, I just started writing, and every month I just kept writing a chapter until it just turned into that, you know what I mean?
And let me tell you something, the cover is great. It's called Siblings of No Relations.
Siblings of No Relations.
And first of all, I can't thank you enough for being on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
You're a talented artist.
Thank you.
You are going to go ways. Not only is talented, he's also an author. So you know the kid knows how to use words.
Yeah.
All right, before we go, where can people see you and where are you going to be doing next?
All right, so you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Real Quickness. REALQUIKNESS. And that's my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter is NESSQK. I'm gonna be doing some videos. I'm gonna have some video shoots going on to do a music video for that song that y'all just heard, "Sunken Place." And I'm also gonna be doing book signings eventually. You just gotta follow my page, and when they pop up, just let me know if you wanna come through. Come through.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, quickness.
You can find this book on Amazon right now. It's available on Amazon, Siblings of No Relations. It's available in Kindle, and it's also available for paperback.
Listen, dude, I can't thank you enough for being on the show. I wish you nothing but success in your future. I know you're going to be coming back. JOTs, thank you so much for having this guy come on to the show. I can't thank you enough, honey. Thank you so much. The book, again, is called Siblings of No Relation. Mr. Marlon A. Knight, thank you, my brother, for coming down here. And when we come up next, we got the BWF All-Stars here for Turnbuckle Talk. And yes, Miss Ethel is in the building. We will be going over some topics. This is the R&R Show. Raw is ready on the LDM Network. We'll be right back after this.
Since that first day, I saw your pretty smile. I knew this journey would surely be worthwhile. From the first kiss we shared, no other can compare. Just the sight of your face, my heartbeat starts to race, and I knew it was finally time. All I ask is, will you marry me? Down on one knee, will you marry me? Yes, I know it's a life-changing decision, and yes, no no's, they can be so hard. All I ask is, will you marry me? What a feeling, waking to the one you love, high on cloud nine, addicted, girl, you're my drug. All day in the sheets as we toss and turn, while our love overflows, the fire starts to burn. Your story short, I found the woman I love. All I ask is, will you marry me? Down on one knee, will you marry me? Yes, I know it's a life-changing decision, and yes, no no's, they can be so hard. All I ask is, will you marry me? All I ask is, will you marry me? Will you marry me? Down on one knee, will you marry me? Will you? Yes, I know it's a life-changing decision, and yes, oh no, they can be so hard. All I ask is, will you marry me? All I ask is, will you marry me? Will you marry me? Down on one knee, will you marry me? Will you marry me? Yes, I know it's a life-changing decision, and yes or no's, they can be so hard. All I ask is, will you marry me?
Ladies and gentlemen, again, it's the R&R show here on the LDM Network, and this is a Turnbuckle Talk. And I want to say thank you to my two guests who are here today. Very special guests. They are two champions of the BWF, and of course, everybody who's seen him before. The man to my right, Mr. Bronco International, the United States heavyweight champion of BWF, and to my left, the newly crowned Universal Heavyweight Champion of the BWF, Mr. Hyde. Thank you so much for being on the show. Don Bronco, gracias por venir en el show. Aquí tenemos dos estrellas del BWF. Tenemos el campeón de Estados Unidos, el Bronco International, y el campeón universal, Mr. Hyde del BWF. Antes que empezamos la historia, queríamos decir que estos dos van a pelear en mayo 5, campeón contra campeón, el 5 de mayo en el Bronx, aquí en los Estados Unidos, en el BWF. El Bronco Internacional contra Mr. Hyde. I'm telling everybody, I'm going to say it in English. It's the first time ever in the BWF history that we have two champions going at it together. The United States Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Bronco International, and of course, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Hyde.
It's actually Dr. Jekyll.
I'm sorry, Dr. Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll.
Is in the house. We all know who his persona is also, but it's the first time that two champions are going to be here. I know Caveman's around here somewhere. You never know where he's going to be at. Caveman's around here somewhere. I know he's popping up somewhere. We'll talk. We'll get to him later. I know he's also one of the biggest stars of BWF. Now, let's start the questions. I'm going to ask Mr. Bronco International first. Don Maestro, gracias por venir. I call him Maestro porque el respeto del hombre me enseñó a mí mucho en este negocio. Don Maestro, yo sé que tú vienes aquí con un corazón pesado por perdiendo un gran amigo de usted de Santo Domingo que se llama Sabu.
Príncipe Sabu.
El príncipe Sabu que murió
murió en la mañana de hoy. Y el pueblo dominicano está de luto, está de duelo por la pérdida de un gran amigo, un gran luchador, un gran compañero de nosotros en la década de los 80. Crecimos juntos haciendo luchas en nuestro país, República Dominicana, y hoy lo perdimos en la madrugada de hoy. Pero nada, Dios es el único que sabe dónde nos pone a cada uno de nosotros. Y como dicen, el espectáculo, el show debe continuar y estamos aquí. Y a la vez le doy gracias al joven aquí,
Mr. Dr. Jekyll.
Mr. Dr. Jekyll, por venir, porque es la primera vez que te veo cara a cara. Y felicito y te doy gracias por el valor que tú has tenido de aceptar una pelea contra este servidor, el Bronco Internacional.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to translate. I call him Maestro. It's just what I call him out of respect. But Bronco International has come here with a heavy heart, which the Prince Sabu from Santo Domingo, who is a legend of the 80s wrestling in Santo Domingo. He grew up with Mr. Bronco in his time, and he passed away early this morning. We would like to give our condolences to la familia de él, to his family, all the fans of Santo Domingo, but what he would want is the show to go on and everybody continue working hard on what they're doing. He was a great man in the ring, a great man outside the ring. It's one of the losses that you feel because in wrestling, it's a brotherhood. People know each other. We work together. We put on shows together. And when one passes away, it hurts us. Mr. Bronco also wanted to thank Dr. Jekyll to see him face to face here because it's the first time that we're going to have two champions fight in the ring on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And he's congratulating him and telling him thank you for being, here and sitting down and having a face-to-face. Now, Dr. Jekyll, you recently won the Universal Championship at the BWF. You are facing the United States Heavyweight Champion. 30 years experience under his belt. A lot of time. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Yeah, he's here. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Caveman, sit
right.
Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. We're interviewing the doctor here.
Come on.
Yeah, okay, Caveman. Ladies and gentlemen, Caveman's in the house.
Él todo lo que ve que brilla, cree que otra persona que está al frente de él.
He likes it.
Él cree que otro.
Yeah,
como
hey,
él
Caveman,
pasó.
look. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here, Caveman. Stand right here. Hold on to that. There you go. Play with that for a few minutes. All right, Dr. Jekyll. Welcome to the show.
Se puede quemar, él no sabe lo que es eso.
Déjalo, que se quede tranquilo, as long as he stays still. You're here on the show. Thank you so much for coming on. How long you been wrestling in this business?
I've been wrestling for 2 years now.
Okay.
I started on November of 2015 on the 5th anniversary of the BWF.
Okay. And I know you won that title the same day we won the tag team championship.
Correct.
Now, we also know who your other persona is. Please do not drink the liquid. We have insurance that covers all this. And right now, we need to keep going on it and everything. You're going to wrestle this man right here, May 5th. 5 de Mayo, which is a big show for us here in the BWF. Tú vas a pelear, te voy a decirlo en español, maestro. Le pregunté a él cuántos años estaba en la lucha y cuántos años está aquí con el BWF. Él está bien orgulloso que él ganó la correa el mismo día que nosotros ganamos de la pareja en la pelea del BWF, el evento del BWF. Tenemos un evento bien grande que viene mayo 5. Para que la gente vea por la primera vez en la historia del BWF, 2 campeones grandes como ustedes que van a luchar en ese día. Los fanáticos están locos para ver a ustedes dos en el mismo ring.
Tú sabes que es una de las peleas más importantes de esa noche de mayo 5, un día especial donde se celebra la fiesta de nuestros paisanos, los mexicanos, 5 de mayo. Y yo sé que vamos a tener un apoyo masivo esa noche en la arena de nosotros, en BWF. A la vez me siento bien porque este muchacho, él salió de la compañía, o sea, se hizo luchador allá y ha escalado muy alto y merece sí llevar el cinturón. Se fajó duro y pudo ser campeón, pero el reto más grande él lo tiene, no es por yo decir, pero yo sé que él lo tiene en su mente. Él se va a enfrentar al Bronco Internacional, que él sabe que soy un luchador de más de 30 años de experiencia encima de un ring. Él es bueno, tiene buen físico y ha crecido muchísimo. Pero yo voy a tratar de hacerle la pelea. Es duro cuando una persona de la edad mía se enfrenta a un muchacho apenas de 30 y pico de años, 255 libras, 6'2" de estatura. El muchacho está bien, se merece ser campeón y esa noche, yo lo digo, yo, el Bronco Internacional, me voy a poner a prueba contra este campeón, de verdad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is very interesting. This is going to be one of the most important matches on May 5th. Bronco is saying in Spanish that he praises this young man here. He's been in the company for a few years. He deserves to hold the belt. He has the speed. He has the stamina. He's a younger horse, a stronger horse. And it's going to be very, very interesting for Bronco to come and face you in the ring face to face. Now, this man is praising you, even though I know deep down inside, you want to beat this man. This is 30 years of experience. How do you go about preparing mentally for a man like him to fight for the championship?
Well, first of all, it's truly an honor for me to be facing him on May 5th. I just want you to know, Bronco, that I'm going to bring it to you, and I will be the first BWF double champion.
Oh, señor, él está diciendo que él te respeta.
Yo entendí algo, pero yo quiero que tú, a ver si es verdad lo que él está diciendo. Yo entendí algo. Tú sabes que yo no hablo mucho inglés, pero entiendo muchas cosas. Yo entendí casi todo lo que él dijo, pero yo quiero que tú me lo repitas, a ver si es verdad que él está hablando así o yo entendí mal.
No, él está diciendo, maestro, que él te respeta en todo como un campeón, pero él te va a traer la pelea. Él te va a traer la pelea esa noche y él quiere ser el primer campeón con dos cinturones en mayo 5. El hombre quiere ir contra usted. Ya tú sabes, no hay nada más que puedo decir.
O sea, en su mente, él está diciendo que esa noche él va a ganar mi cinturón.
Eso que está diciendo.
Eso fue lo que él dijo.
Eso es lo que va a pasar.
Oh, mira, en español te lo dijo, papá. Okay, listen. The man came out of nowhere. He's gonna say he wants to be.
So crazy,
hey,
¿verdad?
Man, well, you okay? Look, okay, look.
So you crazy, ¿verdad? Tú estás loco, ¿verdad?
Sure am.
Él es doctor Jekyll. Él dice que él está loco. Él está loco para coger tu cinturón en mayo 5. And before I say anything, first of all, right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a bind here. I got 2 champions, the United States and the Universal.
Mira, tú sabes que ya yo llevo casi un año con este campeonato. Lo he defendido ya en varios países.
Exacto. En Santo Domingo en enero, sí.
Puerto Rico,
Puerto Rico,
México.
México.
Esta es mi casa. BWF es mi casa. Si lo pierdo en mi casa, yo diría, ok, lo perdí en mi casa. Pero yo creo que eso no va a pasar. No creo que eso vaya a pasar el 5 de mayo. No.
The man has defended his title all over the world. Puerto Rico, Mexico, Santo Domingo, the United States. The BWF is his home. You know this, I know this, it's his home. He said if he'll lose it, but he doesn't think he's going to lose it on May 5th. What are your feelings? Do you think you can beat him? Or do you think, what are you feeling right now that you have this man in front of you?
I'm definitely the underdog in this fight, but I'm pretty confident in myself in taking both these titles that night.
Él dice que tiene la confianza que se puede ir con las dos correas esa noche, maestro.
Quítale.
Give me the belt. Give me the belt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, May 5th, Darrow's Extreme Fitness, BWF, 5 de Mayo. The main event is right here. The United States Heavyweight Champion, the Universal Heavyweight Champion. It's going to be a night to remember. Now I have something special I want to talk about. Yes, gimme, caveman. Gimme. Yes. If everybody doesn't know, this man right here next to me, my friend and my mentor, is coming out in a movie called Loser Leaves Town. It's an independent short film about a young boy who's a wrestling fanatic and has dreams and everything. I don't want to give all the plot away. Junio primero sale. June 1st, we put up the information on the BWF page. Bronco, quiero decirte una cosa. Felicidades que usted está saliendo en esta película.
Gracias. Me siento muy afortunado y halagado que me eligieron para trabajar en esa película. Fui elegido, me buscaron para ese trabajo y me siento feliz que cogieran mi personaje, el Bronco Internacional, para ese trabajo de esa bella película, que es un drama bien bonito de un niño.
Yes, he's saying that he's very happy that they selected him to do this role. It's a story about a young boy who is a big fan of wrestler. I don't want to tell the whole story. All I want to say is that I'm very excited. The BWF universe is excited that we have Bronco International coming out with this movie June 1st in Manhattan in a short film movie festival. We're all excited. Maestro, una pregunta, para no decirle a todo el mundo cómo era la película. ¿Cómo era tu experiencia haciendo esta película?
Bueno, tú sabes que nosotros ya lo que hemos hecho lucha por tanto tiempo se nos facilita un poco más lo que es la actuación. Me sentí cómodo porque he trabajado ya en otras ocasiones, he hecho comerciales y he hecho un sinnúmero de actividad. Me sentí cómodo con el papel que me dieron a hacer con el trabajo. La historia es linda porque es de un niño que sueña con ser un superhéroe y encarna en el Bronco Internacional. O sea, yo me sentí cómodo, la experiencia fue súper bonita, de verdad que sí. Se lo agradezco a los productores que cogieron mi personaje para esa película.
The story is about...
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
After this match, Bronco, you ain't got no choice but to make movies after this.
Él dijo, después de esta pelea, la única cosa que tú puedes hacer ahora es siguiendo haciendo películas, porque tú no vas a poder luchar, mana. We got a face off, Jesus Christ.
Mira, te voy a decir así porque tú puedes ser mi hijo. Tú puedes ser mi hijo y la edad que yo tengo, yo creo que cuando ya yo estaba encima de un ring, tú todavía estabas en la barriga de tu mamá, de tu madre. O sea, todavía así con la edad que yo tengo, tú puedes ser mi hijo, pero tú primero tienes que mirar cómo yo me veo físicamente para luego tú decir que después de esta pelea nada más me queda hacer película. Yo creo que todavía a mí me queda mucho más de ahí porque el público habla Y el físico es el que habla. Así que no te equivoques conmigo, muchachito, ¿oíste?
All right, all right.
We'll see about that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
In 2 days.
May 5th, 5 de Mayo, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Bronco International, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, Dr. Jekyll. June 1st, the movie comes out. Loser Leaves Town. Please come by, support. All the information for the movies on the Bronx Wrestling Federation page. When we come back, I'm going to have Miss Ethel come over here and sit down with us for a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 de Mayo, BWF in the Bronx. Huge, huge card. The champs are here. Caveman is helping me keep these guys separated. When we come back, Miss Ethel will be joining us on the show, and we'll see you guys on May 5th. Tickets are $15 for children, $20 for adults. Bring the family. The kids will have fun. It's a night of fun here on LDM. Thank you, Mr. Bronco International. Maestro, gracias por venir. Gracias y buena suerte el día Mayo 5. Doctor, thank you for coming. Good luck on May 5th.
Ooga.
You want them to, okay, listen, we're just gonna back up, let them, you guys can have your face off, and when we come back, Miss Ethel will be in the house. BWF, you want to say something, Caveman? All right, we'll be right back after this.
Why you always late, man? Every day the bus? Every day the bus?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You gotta do better. Come on time.
Baby, she wanted to see.
We're gonna see from tomorrow, man. Last chance. Make sure you go stock up everything.
You're a goddess. That means you're perfect. I'm just a mortal. That's in your presence. I say your beauty is everything, babe. It's like a bright light that's shining free. I don't wanna be that dude that comes off very rude. I see you, but I'ma say this when I meet you. Hey, Miss Beautiful, how you doing today? It's really nice to meet you. I swear it's something special. That got me open. I swear you know this. It's not magic. No more attraction. That got me pulled in. Of course you know this. I don't wanna be that dude that comes off very rude. I see you, but I'ma say this when I meet you. Hey, Miss Beautiful, how you doing today? I swear it's something special. About you, baby. Hey, it's beautiful. How you doing today? I think I'm falling for you, but I don't even know you, baby. Hey, it's beautiful. How you doing today? It's really nice to meet you. I swear it's something special. About you, baby. Hey, it's beautiful. How you doing today? I think I'm falling for you, but I don't even know you, baby. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, aunque tú no estés, te puedo morir. Me duele la cabeza cuando pienso en ti. No puedo negar lo que yo siento. Sé que por ti me muero. Aunque tú no estés, te puedo morir. Me duele la cabeza cuando pienso en ti. No puedo negar lo que yo siento. Sé que por ti me muero. Te busco y no estás y no sé qué hacer. Mi mundo no da vueltas si no estás, pues. El tiempo que tuvimos desapareció. Te fuiste sin aviso, ahora estoy solo. ¿Y dónde estás tú? Pregunto a la gente, ¿dónde estarás tú? Y que te tengo presente. ¿Dónde estás tú? Le pregunto a la gente, ¿dónde estarás tú? Y que te tengo presente. Aunque tú no estés, te puedo morir. Me duele la cabeza cuando pienso en ti. No puedo negar lo que yo siento. Sé que por ti me muero. Aunque tú no estés, te puedo morir. Me duele la cabeza cuando pienso en ti. No puedo negar lo que yo siento. Sé que por ti me muero.
Tengo el corazón abierto esperando tu llegada. Sal de tu mundo frío y te entrego el mundo mío. Yo vivo envuelto de amor pensando. Trato de todas maneras y no te estoy olvidando. Si todavía me amas no pelees contra las ganas. Si seguimos enamorados esta guerra no se gana. Lo que compartimos nunca tuvo un fin. Yo pierdo la cabeza cuando pienso en ti.
¿Dónde estás tú? Pregunto a la gente, ¿dónde estarás tú? Y que te tengo presente. ¿Dónde estás tú? Le pregunto a la gente, ¿dónde estarás tú? Y que te tengo presente. Tú tenías mi alma en tus manos. Tú tenías mi corazón en tus manos, en tus manos.
Baby, no te imaginas lo estúpido que yo me siento sabiendo que tu familia que hoy no te tengo. Ahora solo sueño en sentirte cositas de anhelo. Con esta canción te expreso que baby please vuelve a mí. No seas así que sin ti no hay razón por qué vivir. Porque no sabes lo que me haces cuando estoy contigo. Esos bellos momentos de ayer cuando éramos amigos. Estoy tan dolorido sin ti, estoy perdido. Si no te tengo no hace sentido estar en este mundo tan frío. Me siento tan hundido en tu mal sin poder nadar o escapar de este lugar.
Se me hace difícil pensar en que mañana tú no estás. Y ahora estoy loco, 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 perdido en la oscuridad. Tú no sabes cómo me siento, solo estoy en mi lamento. Ahora estoy aquí, sufriendo por ti. ¿Dónde estás tú? Pregunto a la gente, ¿dónde estarás tú? Y que te tengo presente. ¿Dónde estás tú? Le pregunto a la gente, ¿dónde estarás tú? Y que te tengo presente. Tú tenías mi alma en tus manos.
from a sweet melody. Them soul is flowing out, yeah. And nothing hold me down. When we dance on the street, sweet, then you see, say everyone about me. When we dance on the street.
The best radio station in the world. Is right here, right now.
LDM Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are live on the R&R show, and I have my dear friend, Miss Ethel, in the building. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun to be here with you.
I love it when you're here. I love it when you're here. You're like one of the best guests I've ever had on the show. Before we get started,
yes,
there's something I have to tell Miss Ethel.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Miss Ethel has been a loyal friend,
I have been.
a loyal guest on the show. Miss Ethel, we want people to hear you, so you might have to hold it. Yeah, the way you like holding things.
You know.
Yeah,
I'm a two-handed kind of girl.
You're a two-handed kind of lady.
I'm not shy to say it.
All right, you can hold it like you want to hold it. You know, you hold it like you want to hold it. Miss Ethel, you've been a great friend, a loyal friend. You've seen us through our worst times, through our best times, and all the changes, and you don't hold no judgment. You supported me from my first wrestling match until now. Well, Miss Ethel, there's something I have to say.
What you got to say?
I have to say that we are very happy to give you a gift for all the times that you've been on the show. You supported us. Yes, we are giving you a pair of tickets presented by BWF with Caveman and the Universal Champion, Dr. Jekyll. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Caveman and Dr. Jekyll in the house.
Thank you, Mr. Caveman.
We want to say, here you go. Be careful with him.
He's a doctor. He can do no wrong.
Yeah, well, the gynecology, he didn't pass that test. No. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And we want to say thank you for all your support and everything. We appreciate you and all that stuff. Caveman is a big fan of your work.
Are you really?
Yeah, he likes your hair.
Oh, we got the same hair.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, the BFWF All-Stars, Caveman and Dr. Jekyll, thank you so much, you guys, for being guests on the show. Oh, she wants to selfie. Okay, she's going to take a selfie with Caveman live on the show. Here we go. Miss Ethel is going to take one with Caveman. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on now. Say whiskey.
That
shit sucks ass.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Push the camera button, Caveman.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. The BWF All-Stars here in the building. May 5th.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
We can't wait to have you to see us there.
My camera, my long lens.
Yeah, Caveman is a big.
You guys in action.
Yeah, because you know you like all that beef.
All that men in tights and sweat just beating each other.
Okay, Caveman. Okay, thank you, Caveman. Thank you. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. I'll see you May 5th. Good luck in your match. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jekyll and Caveman from the BWF. These guys are great guys.
Dr. Jekyll's all beefy and stuff.
Yeah. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Every week we put on a question on Facebook, and Ms. Ethel's one of the first ones to answer the questions.
What answer?
The first question is, hold on a second. I saved it here, and I want, this is very important. We put up questions every week.
Yes.
And every week people answer, and we read their comments before we give our thoughts on the show.
Right.
All right. The first question that I put up was, name one thing you miss from your childhood. And there's two people that answered very interesting comments, and I would like to read them out loud. Okay. JOT says, playing outside without any care in the world, hopscotch, fire hydrants, blasting water while kids were able to run around. parents yelling out to the window, "Oye, muchacha, compórtate." And Bobby C said the same thing. The days were simpler. What do you miss from your childhood?
I miss playing kick the can late at night.
Oh, that was
the
fun.
Fire hydrant open, on low, just hanging out, just being with your friends, being able to go to the store, get some bubble gum,
Yeah.
and not get snatched up and taken shit and
Yeah.
sold. You can't go nowhere now because
You can't do anything.
you can't
now.
do anything now. Your kids can't go anywhere. You can't do as an adult. You can't do anything anymore.
And you know what? It's not that it's the environment. It's this. Social media, electronics are keeping kids from experiencing the outdoors, having fun, playing with the kids up the block. Like you were able to know who was on the block by the bikes that were in front of people's houses.
The bikes, the dolls that the girls used to have outside playing. That's Maria's doll. That's Stephanie's doll.
Yeah.
You knew who was outside playing because they would be there, but no, not anymore.
Everything's changed. I mean, with the way things are going now, everybody's too politically correct.
I'm not.
I know you are. That's why we always have you on the
I don't
show,
give a
because
fuck.
you speak
I
your
don't
mind.
care. It's whatever. I'll hurt your feelings. It's okay. The sun will come out tomorrow, and
That's
you will
it.
live, and you get over it. You'll.
That's
forget
it. You
about
know what I miss from my childhood? The innocence. If you made a mistake, it wasn't a big thing. Nobody made nothing big out of it. I mean, you got corrected. You got the right people to come in and correct it. What I miss in my childhood was, like you said, the going outside, going to a movie. There was no computers to sit you down. I miss going to, our Google was an encyclopedia and a dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Everything was black and white. What I miss from the childhood is lying to my moms that Mom, let me tell you something. I didn't take those $2. All right? I took $1 out of your purse. Carlos took the other $1. Okay? I'm going to let you know right now, man. Carlos took the other $1. We wanted to get some gum, 10-cent candies like Alexander the Great, lemon heads.
I love Alexander the Great.
Yes.
Don't make them anymore.
I know. Boston baked beans. Remember that Boston baked beans? Mommy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take the two. I know you wanted it for lunch. You know what I miss? School lunch.
Those ham and cheese in aluminum foil.
Yeah, the summer lunch where it was free. Summer lunch was free. I used to go and grab extra cheeseburgers for my sisters and my brothers, I used to love that.
Oh, handball.
Yes. Thank you for the comments.
Yeah.
Going to the arcades, playing handball, going to Coney Island in the summer, watching the fat lady laugh in the machine. It used to scare the shit out of me. My mother used to make me watch that all the time. I miss that. Voltron, He-Man, Thundercats, Bugs Bunny. Saturday morning cartoons was the best.
They don't have them anymore.
No, they have
They don't have
reality
anything
shows
anymore.
That's what they have now on Saturdays.
They got politically correct Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
Shit, now what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You can't stomp on the mouse anymore.
No.
That's inhumane.
What
the
the
cat can't beat it
ASPCA
up.
of cartoons is going to come and say something?
You can't even beat up a mouse on TV.
You know what I miss as a childhood? You know what I miss as a childhood? And I hate to say this. I know I'm going to sound crazy saying this. Getting your ass beat without getting ACS to call you.
Shit.
Okay?
My mother would have been in jail for. She would have been coming out now.
Let me tell you something. My mother would have been considered the Charlie Manson of
Oh,
mothers. All right, she
Christ.
would have bust my ass for everything I've done. But you know what? I'm alive because of it. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a story. My mother saw a kid my age smoke a cigarette. I got beat up for that. She was like, si yo te cojo a ti fumando como ese muchacho. Pow, boom, bow, bow, boom, bow, bow.
I got beat up because my friend smoked pot and I wasn't even there with her.
Really?
Yeah, my ass beat. Because her friend's daughter got caught smoking pot. And I'm like, I wasn't even smoking pot with her. Because, yeah, but you must have turned her on to it.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm gonna beat you for that.
So they blamed you for that?
Yeah. Since then, after that, I made sure she smoked pot with me all the time. You beat me? Oh, your daughter's going to smoke a lot of pot.
I remember the first time. Let me tell you something. I remember the first time I smoked weed. And I'm gonna blow up somebody's spot. I don't care. My cousin Joe, I love you to death. Him and I were hanging out in New Jersey. And he introduced me to weed. And it was the funniest 24 hours of my life. I've never felt that sensation before.
I found my first time I smoked a joint, it was, I was 9 years old. It was 1970, freaking 75, I don't know. And that was in my grandma's bathroom, and it was the 70s. And I saw this, like, that's a funny looking cigarette.
And you smell,
And
and you lit it up.
Smelled like wrong. So I was like, I'm gonna like this.
Oh no.
And I smoked a half a joint. I was 9 years old, my first little bit of marijuana. As I looked in an old Hustler magazine that was left in the bathroom too.
Oh,
That's some shit. I'm
my
like,
God.
what the fuck is going on in the 70s?
Your
you know?
grandmother had a Hustler magazine?
My uncle.
And, your uncle had a
This
Hustler?
guy is so stoned that he forgot about it.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
I
that
remember
son of
watching
a bitch.
I remember opening up my first X-rated magazine. I could not believe what I was seeing.
The nerve of some people.
I was like, I thought National Geographic used to be X-rated, watching the Africans with the with showing their titties and
National Geographic.
yeah. And then I saw this book called Playboy. One of my uncles or my cousins had it, and I seen that, and all of a sudden it was like, hey, if I can read. And I can do this at the same time. There'll be
I'm
no
multitasking.
I'm multitasking. I learned how to read really good for this. You know what I'm saying? I missed all of that. You know what I missed? The family house parties, the family barbecues, Sunday dinner. I mean, going out on Fridays into the Cuchi Frito spot in Brooklyn on Broadway and
I love
Marcy
their
Avenue.
chicken that they have there. So
Yes.
delicious.
I remember going to a movie theater for $5 and you watch 2 movies. Okay, now it's like $167.02 to watch 1 movie. Me and Margie went to see the Avengers. It was $25 for 2 sodas and a popcorn. We made it last, but I made the soda last. But Margie, I ain't never gonna share popcorn with you. It was a big bucket. It was like 75 pounds of butter, and she ate the whole damn thing, man. I was like, babe, what are you doing? She was like, you told me you didn't want no more. She left me the little popcorns and the little broken popcorn that gets stuck in the back of your throat.
Corn nuts.
Yes, I hate that. I miss childhood. Listen, now these day and age, people are too sensitive. I'm sorry, people are too freaking sensitive. You can't say anything what you feel because people report you or people get offended. Listen, that lady who went on the White House correspondent party said it. She did her thing.
She did the right thing. I think
She said everything. Listen, she said what everybody did. Everybody already knew.
Yeah.
She just mentioned it.
Yeah.
You know, Kanye, stop it.
Oh, Kanye, esa cabrón. What's up with him?
I don't know.
He's a little lost.
Uncle Tom, you got to stop. You got to stop. You got to stop. Now, we have another question.
We do.
All right, and a few people have said some interesting comments on this. Name something that people do on Facebook for attention. Okay, number 1, Jasmine says, complain about a movie they never watched but all their friends did. Charles Laloma said, post half-naked photos. Luis Sepulveda says, complain about their own family. Eva Rosado from Jersey says, post their every move every 2 seconds. I call those people attention whores.
They sure are.
Nilda Crespo says, be a crybaby. All right. This one is interesting. Ms. Ethel, you and I got a lot of friends.
I think that the ones who will be like, oh my God, I'm so single right now, and I'm home alone, with the TV by myself, with a candle lit in the background.
Oh, God.
Fuck about you. You're single because you probably are not. What the fuck?
No, it's the truth because, you get people to be like, I'm at the store. I bought a sandwich at the store. I came back from the store, bought a soda, had to take it back. They forgot to give me my change. Oh, my EBT card didn't work. Have to go back and borrow money from the neighbor. My ex-boyfriend this. Oh, men this, men this, men
suck.
this, men suck, men this, men that.
What are you talking about?
And
men are great. I'm a fan of the penis. I see, men, everyone has issues, but, men are like,
You know what I hate too? Oh, they talk about me when I'm down. Wait till I get up. God is good. I'll wait till I come back.
Where'd you go? Where'd you
Exactly. Where did you go the first time?
They're
They're making it sound like they're being risen from the dead. Oh, oh, you know, I've done so many bad things in my life, but now it all depends what I'm doing now. Stop it. Stop it. And you know what I hate the most too? When people be like, oh, I bought a new phone. I got this and this and that. But meanwhile, you realize, wait a minute, ain't you supposed to feed your kids?
Yeah, but I bought a new phone, but entonces. Then she's like, oh, or he.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't pay my car note, or I need my new sneakers. My kids are going hungry, so I gotta go to the food pantry, but I got a new phone.
Yeah.
Well, I can Google where the food pantries are, so I can go feed my kids because I got no money because I got this phone.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
You know what I like doing? You know, when I post, I post a lot of stuff on Facebook. A lot of people know, especially the current situation, a lot of people are knowing that I'm going to be doing my comedy again. I'm going to do the wrestling. I always bring up the show and everything. I try not to give away too much.
I just post bullshit.
Yeah, I know you do.
I just post what I think you should hear.
Yeah, exactly. No, you shouldn't post up stuff that nobody needs to know about.
You don't need to know that I got, like, my panties are too tight, they right up my ass. You don't need to know that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not
Some people like the panties too tight going up their ass.
People like that look.
People like that all the time. Hey, Charles, anybody in the chat rooms? I know somebody. Oh, they're being quiet now, huh? Okay. Well, you know what I hate too is when people go and they take those bathroom selfies in every bathroom that they go to.
I do that at the clubs while I'm taking a leak. Always take a picture in their bathroom. I'm known for that. I just put one up on Instagram. I'm not really sitting on a chair. I'm sitting on the toilet.
You know what's funny when people call you on Facebook Messenger?
Oh my God. I did that by mistake today, and I was naked.
And she put the video on by accident, and she's like, oh, I'm going to call Ralph. And I see Miss Ethel there laying on the couch, and her daughter on the other side, and my face is like this.
I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm naked.
I'm like, Miss Ethel, what are Miss Ethel, you got my phone number.
I know. I didn't know I pushed it. I was happy hour in my house.
Oh,
I was drinking Jack and Coke for like lunch.
Oh my God, for lunch?
Yes.
Jack and Coke?
Yeah, don't you do that on your days off? I do that every Thursday.
Saturdays I try to, yeah.
Thursday I'm off, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But Thursdays I sit down and I eat some, some bad for me food. and I wash it down with like I have a huge flask. I put a picture up of it, and
just to let you know, you have a fan that was listening to us last week, Gregory Black.
I love Gregory. Yeah,
Gregory, hey, she's here, buddy. I know you were happy when I announced that she was going to be on the show.
Don't worry about it. If I catch him out there, I'm going to dry hump him. He knows I will.
Gregory, come to the event May 5th. She'll be there. She got a pair of tickets.
If you're listening,
bitch. Listen, I mean, it's you know what it is? Facebook took over the world.
Facebook is addictive. It's crack. It's crack for the intellect, and I think it deteriorates our brain.
You know what it is? I mean, don't get me wrong. In ways, it's good because of the simple fact you can stay in contact with relatives and friends you haven't seen in a long time. I found a lot of my old friends, a lot of my relatives I haven't seen in years, and we communicate all the time. Of course, it helps us promote the network and the show, and keeping and reaching out to people who became fans of the show, and people are listening, promoting the wrestling and everything. But a lot of people are using it for the wrong thing. You know what I hate watching, ladies and gentlemen? On a serious note, stop posting videos of violence of our people killing. We're giving other people a reason to say, look at these animals. Instead of helping them, they're recording her getting beat up in McDonald's or in the street or being chased. And, a lot of these women out there, they take these pictures and everything. Oh, look at me, this and this and that. And then they complain when another sick person who likes that reaches out to them. And he's thirsty. He's a horny pedophile. This and this and this and that. Stop it. If you don't want the attention like that, don't post it. You're looking. Half of these people. Listen, I got 1,400 friends on my list. Believe it or not, people
you do?
like
I have 178, and the number gets smaller and smaller. And smaller. It's like because it's sometimes I'll post stuff and they get all offended and shit. So
listen, you're the only woman I know that took a picture of her landlord's butt.
My landlord got a fine apple of a hiney.
Oh my goodness!
he's a professional soccer coach. He's all firm. And
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, use it for the right reasons. If you're a beautiful person, if you're a handsome guy, do it right. You know what I'm saying? You get more attention that way. What you're showing is you're showing stuff that you only should show a person in private.
True. I stopped posting naked pictures on the internet a long time ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I learned my self-value. No, mentira. I haven't stopped.
Oh, I know you haven't stopped. Oh, you're so
That's
bad.
a different website. It's not Facebook, though.
Oh, my God. You're so bad. You're so bad. You're so bad. Well, listen, before we go, I want to say thank you so much, Miss Ethel.
Okay.
You know, you've been such a loyal friend. I cannot wait to see you May 5th. You know.
Yes, I'm taking my son with me because he loves the caveman.
Hey, listen, now you can show him pictures that you met him in person.
Me a little bit. I'm like, Toma.
Oh, my God. I'd like to thank Marlon Knight for being on the show. Thank you so much. Very talented artist, Miss Ethel. And, of course.
He has a great voice, by the way.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I was digging his voice. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Nice
he does.
voice,
He has, the way he talks, it was like, he got that Denzel, like, you know what I'm saying? I would also like to thank Bronco International, Dr. Jekyll, Caveman, the BWF All-Stars, who will be at the event May 5th. I want to thank LDM Network and everything for supporting the show and moving forward. This network is going to blow up. Okay, we're going to invest in air conditioners next week. We're going to do a GoFundMe for Charles. Please get us some AC because Miss Ethel and I are sweating and we ain't even doing nothing yet. All right, you know what I'm saying? Look at Miss Ethel. Miss Ethel's like, it's a waste of sweat, I swear. You know.
It's okay, though. It's okay, though. It's good for your pores. It's good for the pores, and it's whoop, whoop. Gregory,
you're going to have to watch the replay because we're leaving.
You know,
she wants to see you May 5th at the BWF event. Which question was that one? Okay. Oh, yes. But I forgot to say that one. What would a woman holler out in an argument with a man?
Women are petty.
Yes.
Women are petty. They'd be like, your balls are bigger than your dick. Really petty things like that.
Yes.
Cuando te lo están dando, you don't complain.
Exactly.
I don't get that.
I know what they're going through.
I never do that. It's like, that's ridiculous because a half hour from now, I'm going to want some. And then it's like, he's like, no, but my balls are bigger, right?
You know what I hate? You know what? I'm going to get in trouble for this. I hate it when you're in an argument with your better half, okay? And she yells out like she's done something or you done something in the past, and now she does it. You're like, oh, you see, but if it was me, you would be doing, you would have been pissed off. You would be like, oh, but you did it first in 1987 when we were by in front of your mother's house. And
I've got that memory problem too. Sometimes it's like, you remember back in 1982 when you were playing handball at McCarran Park down in Greenpoint?
I used to hang out there.
Are you shitting me?
Yes.
My husband and me, when we were kids, we used to play hooky and just go there and have sex in the pool up there.
Oh, my God.
We used to go up there. We were like teenagers, but that's how long ago.
Oh, man.
But I used to hang out there all the time. He used to go to Eli Whitney High School.
And he brings that up when you fight? Or you bring it up?
Well, yeah. I tell you, you used to be leaving me behind the fence and you play handball with other girls? What the fuck? I didn't even know how to play handball, though. So it's like,
No, you ladies, stop. If you're arguing with your man, argue with your man about what you're arguing about then. Stop bringing up the past. Stop being petty and be like, oh, but you this. Oh, listen, I know sometimes I could be a pain in the butt too. Yeah. I can get petty, but I get petty because you're getting petty. It's a cycle. If one of us stops, the other one will stop too. I mean, my mother used to yell out all kinds of shit to my dad. They would be arguing about, let's say, the beans not being cooked right in the rice. My mother would go beyond. Oh, sí, no te gusta la habichuela. Cabrón, no te comas nada, cabrón. No, Margie said, oh, that's me. Yeah, okay, Margie. Okay, I got texts that I can show the world. All right.
See that?
No, I've had arguments with Margie, and like, Let me tell you, I love her to death. I love her to death. I got to give credit where credit is due. This woman has put up with so much of my bullshit, it's not even funny. Not because we argue, but, you know, my busy schedule, my training, going to the matches, doing the shows, now going back into comedy, doing the show every Thursday. She has put up with all that. Another woman would have walked away. I'm going to tell you that right now. Another woman would have walked away. But when we argue, she'll bring it up and be like, oh, you're saying I don't support you? What the hell does this, that? And I got to just sit there and be like, okay. Okay. Yeah. Charles, I know that too, Charles. Charles gets it in a different way. She goes, oh, yeah? Charlie, so who ping pong pang tum pom pom ting? And she curses him out in Filipino.
Tagalog?
Look at her, you see? You see, she gets all Manny When I've seen her get mad at Charles one day. She was like, I'm going to knock you out. Wait till you get to the house. I'm not going to embarrass you in front of your friends, but I'm going to give you the money. I'm going to beat you up like Pac-Man.
I love Pacquiao. He's a nice, good fighter.
What else you like about him? His calves. The guy got bigger calves than I've ever seen.
He's got some nice legs on him.
Let me tell you something. Miss Ethel, nobody knows. Miss Ethel's a big wrestling fan. I see the way, when I see you come to the event, you got this look.
I have fun. It's like exciting. It's like, all right.
You see,
and all those, you know.
All that beef. It's like Arby's. We got the meats.
Yeah, I've been saying nothing beats a bunch of sweaty men beating each other up. it's okay with me. You want to do that? Pictures.
Exactly.
You know how many butt pics and crotch pics I have? I sent you because it's like that's for personal.
You got your own collection.
I got my own collection of asses and crotches.
Oh my God!
A whole album.
I can't wait to see these pictures when you come back.
These are whole different ones.
Okay.
So, you know.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. Like I said, I want to thank the BWF guys for being here. Caveman, Dr. Jekyll, Bronca International, Marlon Knight, LDM, Charles, Ms. Rhea, everybody who's still supporting the show. Will from Will's Review, thank you so much for logging on. Also, again, we'll be back next week. When we come back next week, we got a lot going on. And yes, June 1st. I'm sorry, June 5th. After 8 years being off the stage, I'm going back home with Latino Laughter and George Diaz to do the Copacabana Comedy Tuesdays. It's going to be fun. After work, come over, have a good time, relax. I got so much, I got to say, in 8 years. I went through 2 black presidents and a white racist.
Oh, shit. I got to go to Puerto Rico at the end of June. I hope this bullshit blows over as I'm there.
Don't say blow over when it comes over to Puerto Rico. I hope it passes by. I
shipped myself a box of flashlights and batteries and no shit.
Really?
Yeah.
They still got a blackout.
It still happens. I'm not going to be stuck on the edge of the beach in a house with no light. Hombre, no.
Well, with no light, edge of the beach with your husband?
No, I'm not going with him. That's not a vacation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me? No.
Oh, no. Well, you better hope you don't find...
He vacates alone. I vacate alone.
Oh, okay. I ain't got nothing else to say.
That's vacation time.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for logging on. It's on our show on the LDM Network. We'll be back next Thursday, 9 p.m. sharp, with the results of the May 5th event. Thank you all for logging on. See you next week. God bless.